Good afternoon, everyone. Wishing you all a nice time, and I hope that you had a nice lunch and you're ready for the class. Well, let me ask you a question. Now we know that we are unable to go to school and you are not able to meet your friends, and certainly you miss them, isn't it? You really miss your friends groups. And when you are there with your friends, you are always having a company and they talk to you. You travel together, you eat together, you study together, you talk together, you play together, a lot of things you do. So now you miss it, isn't it? Okay, and sometimes your friends will help you to lead you a nice life. Am I right? Because when you are doing some mistakes, when you are doing something wrong, if it is a good friend circle, certainly they will tell you that you are not doing the right thing you should do. When you are always skipping doing homeworks, if you have a nice friend circle, they will tell you that it is not good. If you are always skipping your homeworks, you will be unable to write the exam nicely. So please do your homework, they will say. When you are using mobile phones late nights, means after 12, 9, means after 12, after 1, 2, 3 o'clock and all, you are using your mobile phone at late nights and you are not sleeping nicely. If it is a good friend, that friend will tell you that it is not a good habit. Should sleep nicely every day. Otherwise, you will never be healthy. Isn't it? So that is what the duty of a nice friend. But at the same time, can I ask you something? If your friendships, if your friend circle means a group of friends are not good, so you also will not be good in your life. Am I right? If they are all telling you very negative things, certainly knowingly or unknowingly, you also will become a negative person. When you are skipping your homeworks every day, if those friends are not good, they will tell you, what an idea you have. You are a nice person. Skip like this every day. Nobody will going to catch you. Just do it. And when you are using mobile phones at night every day, your friends will say, wow, you use mobile phones even at night? That's a great thing. Continue it. So here, it is like that everywhere. If you are following a nice group, if you are a member of a good group of people, if it is friends, family or whatever it is, your character also will be nice. But at the same time, if you're following a bad group of people, certainly your character also will become very bad. That is why your parents always tell you to select nice friends, good friends. Am I right? For what? That is for your good future. If you are selecting nice people as your friends, certainly your character also will become very good. But at the same time, if you're following and if you're selecting a wrong person as your best friend, your character also will be the same. Isn't it? So, here why I'm telling these things, here we are going to learn a new chapter from your supplementary reader. I think we haven't started any stories from your supplementary reader. So today we are going to learn a beautiful and a small story from your supplementary reader. Ready? So here is your supplementary reader, A Pact with the Sun. This is your supplementary reader. So we are moving to the first chapter. Okay, first chapter, this book, A Tale of Two Birds. You're going to learn a tale of two birds. Okay, what do you mean by tale? Tale means story. A story of two birds you're going to learn. Okay, let me read. So when I read, use the tip of your finger and follow through the lines. Okay, ready. There once lived a bird and her two newborn babies in a forest. They had a nest in a tall shady tree, and there the mother bird took care of her little one day and night. Okay, what says? There once lived a bird. So once upon a time, there was a bird lived and her two newborn babies in a forest. So once upon a time, in a forest, there lived a bird and her two small babies. They had a nest in a tall shady tree. So they had a nest we know. Nest is the place where the birds stay. So they had a nest in a tall shady tree. And a tall shady means which provides shade. A huge tree, they lived on in a nest. And there the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. So the mother bird used to love their children very nicely day and night. Okay, so on a tall shady tree there was a nest, and in that nest a mother bird and two small baby birds also were there. Clear. Second paragraph. One day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning and rain, and the wind blew down many trees. The tall tree in which the birds lived also came down. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. See what happened then? One day there was a big storm. Storm. A thunder, lightning, heavy rain, wind, everything was there. One day there was a big storm, there was a thunder, lightning and rain. And the wind blew down many trees. So when the storm comes, a huge powerful wind is blowing in on every trees. The tall tree which the bird lived also came down. The tree also came down. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. So sad. When that tree fell down, a huge branch hit on the nest and the mother bird died. Fortunately for the baby birds, the strong wind blew them away to other sides of the forest. So two babies also are there, isn't it? So when the wind comes, it took the two babies into different sides of the forest. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. So one bird fell down nearby a cave where some robbers lived. Robbers means what? Robbers, thieves lived. The other landed outside a Rishi's ashram. Rishi, sannyasi, guru. A Rishi's ashram a little distance away. Okay, so when the thunder or the storm came, the mother bird died. And one small bird flew away, means the wind took the bird and put it nearby a cave where some robbers lived. And the other bird fell down where in nearby an ashram where a guru or a rishi or a sannyasi lived. Okay, next page. Days passed and the baby birds became big birds. Okay, days passed and they became big birds. One day the king of the country came to the forest to hunt. Okay, so one day, our story is beginning. One day the king of that country was coming to the forest for hunting. He saw a deer. So he saw a deer, beautiful deer, and he rode after it. He was following that deer and it ran deep into the forest followed by the king. Soon the king lost his way and didn't know where he was. So the king faster was following the deer, but unfortunately when he reached in the forest, he lost his way and he is trapped in the forest. The king trapped in the forest. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired by now, he got off his horse and sat down under the tree and stood near a cave. So he traveled into many directions, but he lost the way. So he was very tired and he sat under a tree nearby the cave. Cave, do you remember who lives in the cave? The robbers and one bird also. Suddenly he heard a voice cried out, "Quick, hurry up, there is someone under the tree, come and take his jewels and his horse." Suddenly he heard a sound from the tree, above the tree. What is that? "Quick, hurry up, there is someone under the tree, come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry or else he will slip away." The king amazed by listening to the voice. And you know where the voice is coming from? He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. Actually, the voice was coming from the bird. Do you remember one bird? It was there at the top of the tree. The bird was saying these words. Then he also heard a faint noise issuing from the cave. Okay, he also heard some faint noise coming from the cave. Who is coming from the cave? The robbers. He quickly got on his horse and rode away as fast as he could. Suddenly the king escaped from the place because he got the dialogue from the bird. Come on, let us rob him. That was a bird saying. Then, next part. Soon he came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. Then next he reached into the ashram. Do you remember the second bird where he lives? Into the ashram. It was a rishi's ashram. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its shade. Okay, the king tied his horse on a tree and he sat down in the shade of the tree. Suddenly he heard a gentle voice. A nice voice again from the top of the tree. Who it will be? Who it will be? Let's see. Sir, please go inside and rest. The rishi will come back soon. There is some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable. Here it was a different sentence from the top of the tree. Very nice dialogue. Sir, you can go inside the ashram. The rishi will come now. You can have some cold water and take rest. Who it will be? He was amazed. Why? The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. Again, same, another big brown bird was there on that tree. He was amazed. This one looks like the other bird outside in the cave, he said to himself loudly. So he wondered, my God, it is also the same bird, and there also saw the same bird. He said loudly. You are right, sir, answered the bird. So the bird replied that, you are right. He is my brother, but he has made friends with robbers. So the bird said that, you are right, master. There you met a bird, that is my brother. But he made friendship with some robbers, some thieves. He now talks as they do. What the robbers say, the same thing also the bird also will say. He doesn't talk to me anymore. Just then the rishi entered the ashram. So the bird said that, I'm really sorry, because he is living with some robbers, some thieves, so they always speak like the robbers. Suddenly, who comes to the ashram? The rishi, the guru came. Page number 3. Welcome, sir, he said to the king. Please come inside and make yourself at home. You look tired. Rest for a while when you can share my food. When the rishi comes, rishi also said the same dialogue of the bird. Come inside, get some water, take rest, and we can share the food, the rishi said. The king told the rishi the stories of the two birds and how each had behaved so differently, though he looked so alike. So the king said the story of the birds to the rishi. And the king asked, my dear rishi, my dear guru, my dear sannyasi, can I ask you a question? The two birds look the same. They are looking same appearance, same color, same size, but they are behaving differently. One bird was saying, here is a person, let us rob him, let us take his horse and all. But this bird was saying, come inside, take rest, drink water. How it is like that? The forest is full of surprise, he said. The king said, this forest is full of surprise. I can't believe this. The holy man smiled. Who is that holy man? Sannyasi smiled and said, after all, one is known by the company of one keeps. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. What he said, after all, one is known by the company one keeps. I told you in the beginning, if you are having a nice company, you also will be a nice person. If you are having a bad company, you also will be a bad character. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. He imitates them and talks about robbing people. Like that, because they are living with robbers, so they speak. He lives with robbers, so he also speaks like robbers. This one, our bird, this one has repeated what he has always heard, the same sentence. He welcomes people to the ashram, because I welcome people, so the bird also the same. Now come inside and rest. I will tell you more about this place and these birds. Then the rishi invited the king inside the ashram. Come. And I will tell you more about the birds. And they were happy and they got inside. Okay, so this is the story of the two birds. Okay, right. So here is an activity also for you. Read the chapter very well 2 times. 2 times, then you can answer this question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 questions are there. 6 questions. You can write it in your notebook, your same notebook. You can write the title of the chapter and you can write questions and answers also. Okay, and send me before 6 p.m. today itself. This is your activity. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next time.